Hello, everybody. I'm Jeremy Parp. I'm not Jeremy Parp. I am Jeremy Pope, and this is my partner Jason Kanigan with theclosingengine.com. And we've got something for you today that will help you. I can't even talk today. I can't even come close to it. We've got something for you today that'll help you or your sales team close more high-ticket sales on the phone. And today's topic is Fumbling Newbs, which is oddly appropriate for me not being able to talk. So our first slide today is provide a process. Jason, would you talk about that?
Oh boy, okay, today's big thought.
Yeah.
You need to have a process, okay, for talking to prospects and carrying them through that qualifying to closing situation, right? If you don't, you're going to waste time, goof around, you're going to go from left to right. It's going to be clear you don't know what the heck you're doing. And that, despite any technical expertise you might have, is going to reflect on that technical expertise in that the prospects are going to go, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. Look at how they fumble through their process. They must not be good at what they do. Right. And so by having a consistent process, and you're taking people through it, could be onboarding people, new clients into your business, and that consistent process gives the sense of confidence, security, and a great outcome.
Exactly. Yeah, it really does. I was speaking with someone, I'm sorry. I was watching a video of one of my Facebook friends, David, and he was talking about how he spoke with CMO of a Fortune 500 company. And he was thinking, oh, this is big break territory. This is big stuff. I'm good to go. And the fella asked him, so what package are you providing? So what's your package? Oh, well, we have to do needs discovery and we'll figure out everything's custom. And the guy was just grossed out by that. He was like, I don't have time to do a lot of needs discovery. Do you have something we can use or not? And that having that process in place would have put him in the running. Whereas he learned a tremendous amount. He said he got slapped down by this guy, and it was just a tremendous lesson for him. And I've had that lesson before myself as well. But it's very important to have your own process running. So during the sales call, you need to know what the call flow is like. You need to know what their likely desires are. You need to know what their likely responses are. And this is the biggest reason for this is so that you can be confident and you can be smooth in that process. You need to know exactly what ought to come next because you're selling confidence. You're selling them the confidence, the trust, the hope that you can help them get to where they want to be. If they don't see you as competent, if they don't see you as the authority, if they don't see you as the expert, then how are they going to have confidence in you to help them do what they want done? So you need a solid process in place so that you don't raise red flags for them in that process. Jason?
Yeah, and we're not saying don't do discovery steps in your process.
Oh, no.
But it's
that's definitely part of it.
How you communicate it, right?
Yeah.
If I go, we got to do a discovery process, and that's going to take a while, and then maybe we'll find out about your budget, and then I got to find out like what your decision-making process is. It just takes the air out of the balloon, right?
It does.
Whereas if you rattle through it really quick, right, and give confidence to it, like, okay, we're going to have a quick discovery process. Within a few minutes, we'll know whether we're fit for each other, and then we can move on to discovering like cost benefit and that kind of thing, and that's going to give a lot the confidence. And so it's not even like what you say, but how you say it. Right?
Exactly. Exactly.
But knowing the idea, and then you can kind of riff around it. You can get out in front of your customer if you know the consistent process.
Yeah.
You can get out in front of that prospect and lead them without them knowing they're being led.
Right.
Gently, nicely, nurturingly to where they need to go. You know they need to go there.
Right.
And you can help them realize that.
And being able to read their minds to some extent, being able to let them know you understand their problems, That is an amazing way to demonstrate expertise and authority. It's just absolutely fantastic. So the third reason is a little different. Rehearsal helps you hear your client. Rehearsal helps you actually understand what's going on better, because when you're done with understanding your own process and you're paying attention to the person in front of you rather than paying attention to a script or to an outline or trying to figure out what they're talking about, you know your language, you know your outline, you know your own process, and you know the industry. You can pay attention to what they're telling you, and you can play with it. Like you said, it gives you the ability to riff so much better. So what kind of hearing do you try and do with your clients? Maybe I
really
phrased that wrong.
Digging to find the question behind the question is the thing that I really concentrate on.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, they may have asked something. It could be as simple as, what's your price? Well,
yeah.
I want to know why they asked that question, right?
Right.
Is it because they don't know anything else to ask about? Or is it
right.
because they're financially constrained and they have a really limited budget, although money's not normally the reason? Or
right.
is there something else? Or is there another decision maker in the off-camera position
exactly
that they are going to need to take this to, and they need ammunition?
Right. Right.
So if I know my process, I don't have to go, what's next here, and look down at my
right.
script sheet, right? I
right.
just know, okay, the next thing we're going to discuss is, right, the budget. Okay,
right.
Let's dig into that. And so that frees up my mind to, again, go into that mode where you're just totally concentrated on that prospect.
And you can focus on the small cues as well instead of just the foundational stuff. This is the foundational stuff. The rehearsal is the foundational stuff. But being able to notice the small cues is such a big deal. And it can mean the difference between a 10% close rate and a 30% close rate. I mean, it really is enormous. Well, very cool. Thank you for joining us. Ask your questions below and let us know what you need help with. These are for you. So I'm not asking for anything for these videos except just pay it forward. Pass it on to people who you know it can help, people who can use this kind of help. Until next time, I'm Jeremy Pope.
And I am Jason Kanigan.
Yes, you are, at theclosingengine.com, helping you accelerate your high-ticket sales.